Throughout the history of mankind, the divine messages are often shrouded in mystery. Prophets, messiahs, or whichever names you call them are often persecuted and oppressed, their words obscured. But how do we distinguish the true from the false? To do so, one can only rely on the divine's guidance, and the truth will reveal itself to those who earnestly seek it. As we have been discovering in this series, the Christian Bible contains prophecies relating to the end times on earth. In this show, we will explore this further. In Matthew chapter 24, verses 4 through 8, Jesus Christ forewarns that wars, famines, pestilences, and earthquakes will be the early signs of the end of the age. He compares these to birth pains, and it is stated that these events will continue to increase in both intensity and frequency until the end of the world.
And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
As prophesied, we are currently witnessing a significant trend of increasing intensity and frequency of wars, famines, pestilences, and earthquakes. Many of these events are occurring simultaneously on a global scale within a short period of time. For instance, from 2019 to 2023, there were at least 20 reported cases of war, including Russia's merciless invasion of Ukraine or Ukraine, and the war between Hamas and Israel. The COVID-19 pandemic also emerged, causing significant global disruption and loss of life. The current global hunger and malnutrition crisis has also gotten worse. The World Food Programme, or WFP, estimated that more than 333 million people faced acute levels of food insecurity in 2023 and don't know where their next meal is coming from, while approximately 783 million people faced chronic hunger. It is reported that around 9 million people die every year of hunger and hunger-related diseases. While war is a contributor to global hunger, climate change disasters are also a significant cause, with the raising and slaughtering of animal people for food being the largest contributor to climate change by far. Moreover, in 2023, there had been more than 14,822 reported earthquakes. 19 of these were major earthquakes with a magnitude of 7.0 and higher. This includes the magnitude 7.8 earthquake that struck southern Turkey near the border of northwest Syria on February 6th, where sadly at least 59,259 people tragically lost their lives. In the 21st century, over 729,129 people have died in the 18 earthquakes labeled as the deadliest due to the number of fatalities.
etc.
Pestilence has also caused immeasurable suffering around the world and claimed the lives of too many human beings. The COVID-19 pandemic, in particular, has caused the deaths of over 6.9 million people globally since 2019. Even now, new and more infectious variants of the COVID-19 virus are still emerging. It has been estimated that up to 75% of new or emerging infectious diseases are zoonotic. This means that they spread from vertebrate animal people to humans and cause repeated, ongoing outbreaks of disease. With over 200 known types of zoonosis, examples include COVID-19, the Ebola virus, and avian flu. According to the World Health Organization, the flesh and byproducts of wild animal people are especially high risk and are believed to be the cause of the COVID-19 outbreak.
etc.
Meanwhile, the ongoing war instigated by Russia on the innocent people of Ukraine or Ukraine has resulted in a significant number of deaths, injuries, disabilities, broken families, heartache, and overwhelming mental anguish. According to the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, or OHCHR, there were more than 10,000 civilian deaths and 18,500 injured in Ukraine or Ukraine from February 24, 2022 to November 15, 2023. But it was also stated that the actual numbers could be higher, with another news report putting the Ukrainian or Iranian casualties at 30,000. The military cases are even more severe. According to Norway's defense chief and general, the Honorable Eirik Kristoffersen, Russia and Ukraine or Ukraine have suffered 180,000 and 100,000 military casualties, respectively. However, these numbers may not reflect the true extent of human loss. We are experiencing war, famine, pestilence, and earthquakes simultaneously all over the world.
etc.
Humanity is prophesied to face catastrophes with far more severity and loss of life. These themes also present themselves in the book of Revelation. They are known as the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
I watched as the Lamb opened the first of the 7 seals. Then I heard one of the 4 living creatures say in a voice like thunder, "Come." I looked, and there before me was a white horse. Its rider held a bow, and he was given a crown, and he rode out as a conqueror bent on conquest. When the Lamb opened the 2nd seal, I heard the 2nd living creature say, "Come." Then another horse came out, a fiery red one. Its rider was given power to take peace from the earth and to make people kill each other. To him was given a large sword. When the Lamb opened the third seal, I heard the third living creature say, "Come." I looked, and there before me was a black horse. Its rider was holding a pair of scales in his hand. Then I heard what sounded like a voice among the 4 living creatures saying, 2 pounds of wheat for a day's wages, and 6 pounds of barley for a day's wages, and do not damage the oil and the grapes.
The first rider's crown and bow could represent leaders who are driven by worldly ambition and will stop at nothing to gain power. The second rider's sword seems to symbolize the conflict between people that leads to war and bloodshed. The third rider's scale weighs out and rations the food, indicating economic hardship and hunger. And then we arrive at the fourth seal.
When the Lamb broke the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4th living creature saying, "Come." I looked, and behold, an ashen horse, and he who sat on it had the name Death, and Hades was following with him. Authority was given to them over 1/4 of the earth, to kill with the sword, and with famine, and with pestilence, and by the wild beasts of the earth.
This suggests that 1/4 of the world's population, or approximately 2 billion people, may perish. The appearance of both Death and Hades suggests that they are closely related and have a combined impact on the world. Death represents physical death, while Hades refers to what happens to the soul after death. Those who refuse to repent and turn to God will be killed in the disasters and fall into Hades as punishment for their sins. There is also a reference to the wild beasts of the earth. Some scholars interpret it literally as referring to the beasts in the wilderness. However, since the phrase wild beasts is often used to refer to individuals who act like devils in this world, we believe it may well represent those who are under the negative influence, and their number is increasing at the end times. More and more frequently, we hear news of strange incidences of injuries or deaths caused by people, and sometimes animal people, who suddenly go wild and act out of character. Some world leaders, political and religious, condone sinful acts, promote wars and conflicts, and lead people to moral and spiritual degradation. According to the revelation of Supreme Master Jing Hai, many people in this world, including governmental and religious leaders, are not actually human beings, but are devils in human form. These individuals make up 41% of the current world population.
I forgot that this world is not made up of all the souls that are worthy to be human, but they're also made of, demons, devils, bad energies. You see, 41% of the world population is still in this category, and they are what they are, non-human humans. And they do what they do, wicked deeds. And if this percentage gets larger by all means of the negative influence, then their dominant power will be unthinkable. Then humans will be helplessly subdued, enslaved, or kicked out of existence. That may be the unfortunate end.
Recently, to the merciless leaders, especially those who start wars and are indifferent to the massive suffering caused by war, our most compassionate Supreme Master Jing Hai has sent her heart-aching message expressing her painful concern for their fate in the afterlife.
Hey, respected world leaders, making war is fun for you. Yeah, why not? You will just watch the games, that war game on TV, in your safe bunker, or in your $1 million, $1 billion palaces, where you're safe and sound and bodyguards and security men all surround you. The head that was severed is not yours, so why worry? It is from some poor country's kid. And the husband who died is not yours. It's not you who died and left your wife behind. It is some poor soldiers who you ordered to go into harm's way. Yeah, all this is fun for you. And then Sunday you go to the church and you confess to any priest with an easy sum of money. And your sin will be wiped away. As if God could be bribed with your blood bills by the hands of the priests that might have, choked another kid the night before for some of his lowly sexual desires. You cannot that millions of your co-citizens have to worry about the next meal or where they would earn some little money tomorrow morning to pay for their gas, which is skyrocketed right now because, some people control the gas, using that as strangulating weapons, not just bombs and bullets. Yeah, it's all fun games for you, but for the real people, it's not fun. They have to run away from their home, their country, starving, wounded, maimed, and handicapped, losing family, friends, all that you will experience in another world, if not in this world. And you'll be forever terrified, running but nowhere to go. You will experience everything that you have caused in the war for other beings, for other people. You will experience all that alone, no one to help you, no one to comfort you. The only ones who are with you are those who chase you, who terrify you, who hurt you, who harm you, who make you feel extremely, extremely scared, horrified, fearful. But you won't die. You can't hide even. And it will be non-stop. Phew. Just to think about that. Oh my God, I wish you know some of it. I wish that when you sleep, God gives you some vision, some dream to awaken you, to let you know that the consequences of what you have been doing to people, their houses, or to animal people, to trees, and to the earth. The monstrous harvest is immense, immense, immense.
A vegan lifestyle is the path away from the oppression of animals, humans, and the environment, and towards a more peaceful and just society. Joyce Tischler, vegan.
Wise viewers, thank you for being with us today.